Through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll give this to Moss running right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and run for this with Moss.
Nothing here.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
2nd and 11 now.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down.
On play action, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but Cole Beasley, he's in his 10th NFL season, and in 2020, his best year yet. 82 catches, close to 1,000 yards. Loves the freedom that this Bills offense affords him.
Check. Crunch.
On 1st down, Allen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Get nowhere.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
45's the mic.
Allen now looks to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30, 20. And down inside the 10 at the 9. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Moss. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On the give, this is Moss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From midfield, here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. But that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 36, Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Here we go. Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Wentz now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Washington 23, Bills nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like this young guy out of Ole Miss in his 3rd year with Buffalo. Prototypical size for a tight end, 6'4", 254. I thought 2020 would be a big year for him. I do think it will happen in 2021.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And again, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Play action. Now it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wentz going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So this is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A final shot before half for Allen. Steps away to his left. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox as time expires in the 1st half. And the Bills get a late touchdown here in the final play of the 1st half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy. The 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Austin. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Heineke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Heineke now. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 2. On the counter, this is Moss. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a run with Moss. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll buy some time right. First down and more for Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go.
Touchdown, Bills! Jay Howard, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this, we know who we are, but sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Heineke. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff as they run left side. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Heineke to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A huge play there for Washington. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, D.
Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen off the play fake. Finding Knox there, complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Allen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Escaping the pressure, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. So that's now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Heineke on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Stop short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Allen. And this is caught by Beasley. And he'll have a first down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Allen. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second and 20.
Here we go. 45 to Mike.
Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But These two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Washington, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.